Hilarious Fox News fail. Steve Doocy keeps getting caught in these horrible situations, and it's not clear if it's his doing or his higher ups. But he had a reporter author on named Charlie LaDuff. And Charlie LaDuff wrote a book about Detroit and the problems in Detroit. And Steve Doocy was desperate to get LaDuff to blame Democrats for the problems in Detroit. And of course, LaDuff very fairly cited all of the history of Detroit of corrupt Republicans and everything that's happened as a result. And just watch Steve Doocy. If you're watching, check out the look on his face when he decides to change topic. But if you're listening, immediately after Steve Doocy doesn't get what he wants on this, he decides to just go in a completely different direction with the questioning and ask something about something so innocuous. Just take a listen to this. It's fantastic. Doesn't go well for him.
Once the richest city in America, the home of the blue-collar worker and the great automobile industry. Now Detroit, Michigan is a poster child for urban blight, high unemployment, and was just named America's most miserable city by Forbes magazine. What happened? Let's talk to the guy who just affirmed that, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist and author of a brand new book, Detroit, An American Autopsy.
Tell us.
Charlie LaDuff.
We're number one, man.
Way to go. Yeah. Charlie, what happened to Detroit?
Well, a lot of things happened in Detroit. Oil embargo happened in Detroit. We were making bad cars in Detroit.
Right.
We have racial problems we haven't acknowledged in Detroit. Trade pacts happen in Detroit.
You got your corrupt politicians.
Starting to redirect.
We got this new economy with exotic pieces of paper.
And then the big
mortgages,
question
credit
coming
default
up here.
swaps we bought in, and boom, pop goes the weasel.
How long has Detroit been run by Democrats? Is it related?
Well, I hear that a lot. Well, that's the liberals running it in the ground. But the last Republican mayor of Detroit went to federal prison for corruption. The three county executives in 1942 went to prison. It's our culture. Right. And by the way, there's not one Detroit Democrat running Wall Street, not one Detroit Democrat running Halliburton. This is a national American sickness.
Right.
We're just corrupt cheaters. That's what we do now.
In your book, and you talk about how you grew up in Detroit, then you went out to work in Los Angeles, went back to Detroit. When you were growing up, your mother's flower shop was firebombed.
Yeah, sure.
Right. That's whoa. It's not Democrats' fault. Tell us about your mom's flower shop. Let's switch to that. And Doocy completely stumbling and mumbling over this. The plan did not go well, Lewis. Let's change the narrative right away. I wish this wasn't live so we could cut this whole part out.
Well, I mean, I have to admit the firebombing of a flower shop does sound pretty interesting.
So you're actually interested. We should have started with that maybe than trying to blame Democrats.
Let's talk about the violence that's happening in Detroit.
It's so fun to watch Fox News propaganda efforts just explode in their face, like the firebombing, presumably.
Well, you have to give it a shot, right?
The Republican propaganda machine, ignoring history as always. We've had already this year, this is Steve Doocy gem number 3 in just 2 months. In January, Steve Doocy did this segment where he had to say, he felt the need to say that Mitt Romney's lie of the year was actually true, the Jeeps being produced in China, that whole thing, which was a lie. He tried to say it was true. And then just this month, he started speculating that Hillary Clinton had a facelift. So it's not been a good year so far for Steve Doocy on Fox News, has it?
Can't remember the last time he had a good year.
All right, on today's bonus show, we'll talk about a new product that can turn humans into batteries, China admitting the existence of cancer villages, and should a 5-year-old be nominated for an Oscar? We're going to talk about all that. DavidPakman.com/membership. Sign up, support the show, and get the bonus show. Stay with us.
The David Pakman Show at DavidPakman.com.